This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for March 5th, 2025. Just announced, Beartooth, I Prevail, Killswitch Engage, and Parkway Drive will serve as the rotating headliners of this year's 2025 Summer of Loud Tour. The Amity Affliction, The Devil Wears Prada, Alpha Wolf, Kingdom of Giants, and Dark Divine are also rotating on the lineup. The tour kicks off in West Palm Beach, Florida on June 21st and wraps up in Charlotte, North Carolina on July 27th. That features one stop in New England on July 22nd in Mansfield, Massachusetts at the Xfinity Center. Also headed to the Xfinity Center, Pantera and Amon Amarth on Saturday, August 2nd. Tickets for both shows are available now. Expect a big announcement today from Ghost, the announcement of Papa Perpetua V, and new music coming from the band as they get ready to tour North America. That includes a stop at the TD Garden in Boston on July 21st. Those tickets are on sale now. Bruce Dickenson has announced a 2025 North American tour, his first solo outing in North America in nearly 30 years. The shows, scheduled for late summer and early fall, are in support of his latest solo album, The Mandrake Project. Tickets for the entire tour go on sale this Friday, March 7th at 10 a.m. That includes his only New England stop in Boston, Massachusetts at the House of Blues on September 11th. 16-time Academy Award-nominated songwriter Diane Warren was denied an Oscar once again on Sunday night, losing Best Original Song to Emilia Perez's El Mal. Diane Warren saying that she is consistent AF and that she will be back. She called herself the Terminator of the Oscars. That's in my Arnold Schwarzenegger voice, she said. I'm coming back. You can't get rid of me. Bring Me the Horizon have announced a brief fall U.S. tour that includes a stacked lineup featuring Motionless in White and The Plot in You. Dubbed the USA Ascension Program, the tour poster comes with the tagline, Trust, Serve, Obey. Dates begin in Louisville, Kentucky on September 21st and wrap up in Sacramento, California at Aftershock on October 5th. Puddle of Mudd's Wes Scantlin once again taking heat after a troubled performance, claiming over the weekend he was drugged by a former bandmate. The band played a free show at the Broken Spoke Saloon on Saturday night at Daytona Bike Week. One fan saying online, I'm so glad that was a free show. I'd be pissed if I spent my money to see that terrible show. We left after 4 songs. When the band trashed the opening song and the singer kept joking about it, I knew it was going to be a shit show. The fiancé of Faster Pussycat frontman Tammy Down tragically died after falling off of a cruise ship. Kimberly Birch, who had been engaged to Down since 2022, was accompanying her fiancé aboard an 80s cruise. The nostalgia-themed event featured acts like Bret Michaels, Quiet Riot, Gary Newman, Nile Rodgers, and Berlin. Faster Pussycat was among the scheduled performers. Details about her death are still emerging. The U.S. Coast Guard reported the incident took place approximately 20 miles from Freeport, Bahamas. The Coast Guard, the cruise ship crew members, and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force all quickly engaged in a search and rescue to no avail. Her body has still not been found. In a conversation with TMZ, her mother, Carnell, said that Tammy Down called her on Monday to tell her the tragic news, further relaying that her daughter had been uncharacteristically drinking on the cruise and that she and Tammy had gotten into a heated argument shortly before her death. Heart has announced an Evening with Heart, a spring and summer U.S. tour, kicking off May 31st in Atlantic City, New Jersey at the Hard Rock and wrapping up in Hollywood, Florida at the Hard Rock Live. No dates are scheduled for New England, but June 22nd, they're headed to North Charleston, South Carolina at the North Charleston Coliseum. Yesterday, the people behind 2020's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remasters announced that a remaster of the next 2 games in the series, called Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, was set for release on July 11th for PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, and Series XS, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The trailer featured Motorhead's Ace of Spades and also includes Adolescent, CKY, KRS-One, NoFX, Sum 41, Alien Ant Farm, Drowning Pool, Pennywise, Outkast, Papa Roach, AC/DC, Flogging Molly, Goldfinger, Iron Maiden, Less Than Jake, NWA, Public Enemy, Run DMC, The Sex Pistols, System of a Down, The Cult, The Distillers, and The Offspring. In a recent interview, Finger 11 vocalist Scott Anderson shared insights on the band's upcoming new album. The band with a new recording deal with Better Noise Music. Anderson said, quote, "The new single I'm really excited about because there was a promise of okay, this song has a lot of energy, but for the song to cross the finish line, to complete it and keep that energy up and not lose what's special about whatever demo you were working on, that is what I like most about it." He also said the new album is going to have quite a few of those. There's a lot of rockers on the record, and there's a few songs that are in between and a few mellow tunes as well. They're all really kind of crazy quality, which I'm excited to let everybody finally hear, and they will be able to hear it very soon, sometime this year. Motley Crue have announced they've postponed their spring Las Vegas residency at Dolby Live at Park MGM until the fall due to Vince Neil having to undergo unspecified medical procedures. The dates have all been rescheduled to September of 2025. Last month, Netflix shelved a 9-part Prince documentary directed by Ezra Edelman in favor of a new estate-approved project. Edelman has now gone on the podcast Pablo Torre Finds Out to blast the streaming giant and Prince's estate for their short-sightedness and being, quote, afraid to show his flaws. "It's a joke. I can't get past this. The short-sightedness of a group of people whose interest is their own bottom line. They're afraid of his humanity." He also said Prince's team sent a list of editorial changes rather than checking the film for historical accuracy. "You think I have interest in putting out a film that's factually inaccurate," he said. The director calling the docuseries a gift, saying that it was a 9-hour treatment about the artist that was, by the way, fucking brilliant. Everything about who you believe he was in this movie, you get to bathe in his genius, and yet you have to confront his humanity. Devin Townsend is collaborating with Steve Vai on the Moth Rock opera. The two collaborated on Sex and Religion back in 1993. The Moth is a rock opera that Devin's been working on for years, representing his lifelong ambition, telling the story of the human experience from birth to death, comparable to the transformation of a caterpillar into a moth. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 248, featuring Art Alexakis from Everclear, is available now.